Hello there. Let me ask you something, not as a doctor or a fitness guru, but just as someone who cares about your well-being. Have your legs been feeling a little different lately? Maybe when you stand up after sitting for a while, you feel a bit of wobble before your feet find their strength. Maybe a short walk leaves your calves tight, or you find yourself avoiding stairs because, well, they just seem harder these days. And maybe, just maybe, you've shrugged it off, telling yourself, it's just age. This is what getting older feels like. But what if it's not just age? What if there's something small, seemingly harmless, tucked into your daily routine, something you thought was helping your health, but it's actually holding you back? That's what I want to talk to you about today. Not with fear, not with judgment, but with the kind of gentle truth that we all deserve as we get older and wiser. You see, I've spoken with hundreds of older adults across the country, people who eat well, people who take their vitamins every day, people who follow the rules, stay active, try their best. But still, their legs feel weaker, their balance feels off. They fall more often. They lose muscle without understanding why. And more often than not, they look puzzled and say, but I'm doing everything right. Why does it feel like my body's working against me? And that's where the surprise comes in. Because what if the very vitamins you're taking to support your health are the very things slowly weakening your legs? I know it sounds backwards. We've been raised to believe vitamins are always good. We see them lined up on pharmacy shelves with bright labels, promising strength, energy, clarity. We're told to take our daily multivitamin just like brushing our teeth. It feels like common sense. But what we're not told, especially as we get older, is that the way our body processes vitamins changes. Our metabolism slows down. Our kidneys and liver don't flush things out as quickly. Our muscles and nerves become more sensitive to imbalances. What once was harmless can quietly become harmful. And when that happens, it doesn't show up all at once. It's subtle, quiet. It starts with the small things. Your legs tire out faster. You stumble on a step you used to handle with ease. You feel less stable walking across the room. You sit more. You move less. And then before you know it, independence starts to feel like a memory. But it doesn't have to be that way. Because here's the hopeful truth. You can regain strength. You can feel more stable. You can move confidently again. It all starts by understanding what's really going on inside your body and making a few simple natural shifts in your daily choices. Now, in the next part of this talk, we're going to take a closer look at 3 specific vitamins, common ones, the kind found in most multivitamin bottles that have been linked to muscle weakness, nerve damage, and decreased leg strength when taken in the wrong form or in the wrong amounts. You might even be taking one of them right now. But don't worry, this isn't about fear. It's about clarity. It's about giving you the knowledge and the tools to make choices that truly serve your body, your future, and your freedom. Because that's what this is really about, freedom. The freedom to get out of bed without hesitation. The freedom to go for a walk around the block without fearing a stumble. The freedom to pick up your grandchild, tend your garden dance at your anniversary party without worrying if your legs will cooperate. You deserve that. You've earned that. And you can get it back. Not with more pills, not with drastic programs, but with gentle, thoughtful adjustments rooted in science and care. So if you've been feeling frustrated, discouraged, or just confused about why your legs aren't what they used to be, even though you're doing everything right, stay with me. You might just discover that one small change could give you the strength to stand tall again. Let's walk through this together. Now let's get into what you came here to learn, the truth about those vitamins. First, let me be very clear. Vitamins are not evil. Your body needs them. They support everything from your immune system to your brain to your skin. But here's where things get tricky. Most of us assume that if a little is good, more must be better. That mindset. It's where the trouble starts, especially when it comes to certain vitamins that are fat-soluble or neurologically active, because your body doesn't just flush out the extra. Instead, it stores it. And over time, it builds up. Let's look at the first culprit, vitamin E, the overlooked overdose. Vitamin E is best known as an antioxidant. It's in skincare products, heart health supplements, and every other bottle labeled anti-aging. It's true that in the right amount, vitamin E helps protect cells from damage. But here's what you might not know. When taken in high doses, especially over 400 IU per day, vitamin E can actually thin your blood too much. That means bruises that come out of nowhere, slower healing, and even internal bleeding you might not notice right away. But more relevant to our conversation, excessive vitamin E can affect your muscles. People have reported cramping weakness and leg fatigue tied directly to long-term high intake. And where does this high intake usually come from multivitamins? Especially ones that say extra strength or senior formula. It adds up over time. Your intentions are good, but the result can be a slow fade in strength and mobility. Let me share a quick story. There's a woman I spoke with recently, let's call her Donna. She's 72, lives in Arizona, walks her dog every morning, and is sharp as a tack. But over the past year, she noticed her legs started to tire more quickly. She thought maybe it was just the heat, or maybe she needed new shoes. But after a routine blood panel, her doctor noticed she had elevated levels of vitamin E. Turns out she was taking a multivitamin with 400 IU of vitamin E, plus an extra hair and skin supplement that added another 200 IU every day for over a year. She stopped both, and within a few weeks, her legs started to feel lighter. She didn't change her diet, didn't add a new exercise routine. She just removed the excess and gave her body a chance to recalibrate. That's the power of awareness. Vitamin B6, the nerve saboteur. Next up, vitamin B6. Now, B6 plays an essential role in how your brain and nervous system communicate. It helps your body make neurotransmitters, the chemicals that let your nerves talk to your muscles. But here's the problem. Too much B6 can damage those very nerves it's meant to support. The official recommended daily amount for older adults around 1.7 milligrams. Many supplements on the shelf, 50 to 100 milligrams per dose. That's not a typo. That's 30 to 50 times the amount your body actually needs. Over time, high levels of B6 can lead to something called peripheral neuropathy. That's a fancy way of saying your nerves start misfiring. You might feel tingling numbness or burning in your feet and legs. Or you might just feel clumsy, like your legs don't quite listen the way they used to. Some people even start dragging a foot slightly without realizing it. And guess what? It often goes undiagnosed because it creeps in slowly. And since it's caused by a health supplement, most people, and even some doctors, don't think to check for it. I met a gentleman named Carl. He's 76 from Pennsylvania, former high school teacher. Carl told me he had been taking a brain booster supplement every day to stay sharp. He also took a multivitamin and an energy blend. All three had vitamin B6, total over 120 milligrams a day. Within 6 months, Carl noticed he had trouble keeping his balance when walking on grass. His feet felt buzzing at night. He thought maybe it was circulation. Turned out it was B6 toxicity. He stopped the supplements. Slowly, sensation returned. Not fully, but enough to get back to gardening and walks with his wife. It's scary, yes, but also hopeful. Because again, when we know better, we can do better. Vitamin A. Bone breaker in disguise. Last on the list is vitamin A. This one's tricky, because when people hear vitamin A, they think of carrots and eyesight. And yes, vitamin A is critical for vision and immunity. But here's the problem. There are two types. The kind from food called beta-carotene, which your body converts as needed, and the kind in many supplements called retinol or retinol palmitate, which your body absorbs directly. No filter. The second kind in high amounts can cause liver strain, interfere with protein synthesis in your muscles, and actually reduce bone density. Let that sink in. Too much vitamin A can weaken your bones. That means more risk of fractures, especially in your hips and legs. Combine that with muscle fatigue, and suddenly you've got a recipe for falls. And just like the other two vitamins, the excess usually comes from multivitamins, not food. When was the last time you looked at your supplement label to see how much vitamin A you're getting and in what form? If it says beta-carotene, you're probably fine. If it says retinol or retinol palmitate, check the dose. More than 3,000 micrograms, 10,000 IU daily. That's a red flag. So let's recap gently. Vitamin E can thin your blood and weaken muscles when taken in high doses. Vitamin B6 can damage your nerves, causing numbness and leg instability. Vitamin A in synthetic form can weaken bones and strain muscle function. All three are essential in small amounts. But taken in excess or in the wrong form, they quietly undermine the very strength you're trying to protect. This isn't about fear, it's about understanding. And now that you know, you have a choice. You can keep going as you are. Or you can pause, read your labels, and begin making shifts that support, not sabotage, your strength. Because what's at stake isn't just your legs. It's your confidence, your ability to move through the world freely, to go where you want, when you want, without second-guessing your body. And that's worth protecting. So now that we know what not to do, let's focus on what we can do. Let's talk about solutions, because at the end of the day, that's what matters most. Not just identifying the problem, but finding a better way forward. A way that's safe, natural, and rooted in how your body truly works. And here's the beautiful truth. You don't need to rely on synthetic pills or super supplements to regain your strength. Nature has already given us incredible tools. Let's start with the basics, real food. 1. Food. Your body's most trustworthy pharmacy. The best nutrients for your muscles, bones, and nerves. They're right there in your kitchen. And when you get them from food, they come in the right balance, surrounded by fiber, enzymes, and co-nutrients that help your body actually use them well. For vitamin E, swap out high-dose supplements for natural sources like almonds, sunflower seeds, spinach, and avocado. These foods contain mixed tocopherols, a form of vitamin E that's balanced and much easier for your body to regulate. You don't need a lot, just a handful of nuts a day can be enough. For vitamin B6, choose salmon, chicken breast, bananas, sweet potatoes, and chickpeas. These foods provide B6 in a gentle, digestible form without the overdose risks of pills. Spread them throughout the week. Variety is your friend. For vitamin A, focus on beta-carotene-rich foods. Carrots, kale, squash, cantaloupe, and sweet potatoes. Your body will convert just the amount of vitamin A it needs, nothing more. Think in color orange, yellow, deep green. That's your vitamin A spectrum. Simple, right? And if you're thinking, but isn't it easier to just pop a pill? I get it. We all like convenience. But when it comes to your health, sometimes the slower path is the stronger one. With food, your body gets what it needs when it needs it, in a form it understands. 2. Muscle-supporting minerals. While we're at it, let's not forget the power of minerals. These often get overlooked in favor of vitamins, but they're just as crucial for leg strength and mobility. Magnesium helps your muscles relax and contract properly, reduces cramping especially at night. Natural sources, dark leafy greens, pumpkin seeds, beans, brown rice, and even dark chocolate. Yes, really. Potassium keeps the electrical signals in your muscles and nerves firing smoothly, helps maintain balance and prevents sudden fatigue. Best sources: bananas, white beans, potatoes with skin oranges, and spinach. Calcium plus vitamin D. Together, they keep your bones strong, especially in the hips, knees, and ankles. Vitamin D also plays a role in muscle function and coordination. Sources: Greek yogurt, sardines, fortified almond milk, eggs, and sensible sun exposure. Early morning or late afternoon for 15 minutes a day. If you've been avoiding sunlight or dairy, it's worth talking to your doctor about a basic vitamin D blood test. Low levels are very common in older adults and easy to correct with proper guidance. 3. The protein factor. Let's talk about something simple, powerful, and often underappreciated: protein. Muscle isn't just about lifting weights. It's also about feeding your muscles the building blocks they need to stay strong. And as we age, our body becomes less efficient at processing protein, meaning we need more of it more consistently. Aim for 20-30 grams of protein with each meal. Include easy-to-digest sources like eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, fish, chicken tofu, or lentils. Even something as simple as adding a scoop of collagen protein to your morning oatmeal can make a big difference. When your muscles get the fuel they need, they rebuild. Even at 70. Even at 80. Muscle loss isn't inevitable. It's reversible when you nourish it right. 4. Gentle movement. Daily power nutrition sets the stage, but movement brings it to life. You don't need a gym membership or a personal trainer. You don't even need fancy sneakers. What you need is consistency. Here are a few easy movements you can start with right from home. Chair stands. Sit in a sturdy chair, arms crossed. Stand up, then sit down 10 times. Do this twice a day. Toe lifts. While brushing your teeth, rise up on your toes and hold for 5 seconds. Repeat 10 times. Marching in place. While watching TV, lift your knees one at a time as if marching. Do this for 1 minute, 2 to 3 times a day. These movements do more than you think. They signal to your body, I'm still here, I'm still moving, keep my muscles ready. And remember, motion is lotion. The more you move even gently, the more blood flows to your legs, delivering oxygen, removing waste, and keeping everything awake and alive. 5. Routines that restore. Lastly, let's talk about recovery. Sometimes weakness in the legs isn't about nutrition or strength, it's about fatigue. Muscles, especially in older adults, take longer to recover, so give your legs the care they deserve. Try this once or twice a week. Warm foot soak with Epsom salt. Relaxes tension and improves circulation. Gentle calf massage. Use lotion or oil and rub from ankle to knee in upward strokes. Leg elevation. Lay down with feet propped on pillows for 10 to 15 minutes to reduce swelling. And above all, sleep well. Your muscles repair while you rest. Make sleep a priority. It's one of the most underrated health tools you have. Here's the message I hope you take away from this. You don't need more pills. You don't need to accept weakness as your new normal. You don't need to feel frustrated or confused about why your legs don't feel like they used to. What you need is a return to the basics. Real food, smart movement, gentle routines, the things your body recognizes, the things your body responds to, and most importantly, the things that help you feel strong, capable, and independent. Because yes, you're older, but that doesn't mean you're powerless. In fact, in many ways, you're wiser than ever. And with that wisdom, you can make better choices for your body starting today. Let's keep going. Now that we've talked about what to avoid and what to include, let's bring it all together in a way that works for real life. Because here's something I've learned from working with older adults for years. It's not just about what we know, it's about what we can actually do. Daily, consistently, comfortably. Big changes are great, but small doable actions, they're what create real transformation. So let's walk through a few gentle, senior-friendly habits that support strong, steady legs. No gym, no fuss, no stress. 1. Morning check-in. How are my legs today? Before you even get out of bed, take 30 seconds to gently point and flex your feet. Roll your ankles in slow circles. Stretch your legs long and breathe deeply. This simple ritual isn't just about waking up your muscles. It's about tuning into your body. Some days your legs might feel strong, some days stiff. Either way, that awareness helps you move more mindfully and reduce the risk of slips, stumbles, or strains. Make it a habit. Before your feet touch the floor, check in. You'd be amazed how much your body appreciates the attention. 2. Hydration plus salt balance equals less cramping. Muscle cramps, especially in the calves, are one of the most common complaints I hear. They often strike at night or after walking. And while many people blame circulation or aging, the truth is dehydration and electrolyte imbalance are major culprits. So here's your new rule of thumb. Start your day with a glass of water before coffee, before breakfast. Add a small pinch of sea salt or a splash of lemon if you've been sweating or walking more than usual. Keep a reusable bottle nearby and take sips throughout the day. It's not just about drinking more water, it's about supporting your muscles with the fluids and minerals they need to contract and relax properly. Bonus proper hydration also helps with digestion, focus, and energy. It's one of the simplest vitamins we often forget. 3. Protein first at every meal. We talked earlier about the importance of protein, but let me add a simple trick that helps you actually follow through. Make protein the first thing on your plate and the first thing you eat. Why? Because when you prioritize protein, everything else falls into place. Your blood sugar stays steadier, your muscles get fed first, and you naturally eat fewer empty calories. Try these ideas. Breakfast eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, or a protein smoothie. Lunch chicken, tuna lentils, or a hearty bean soup. Dinner salmon, turkey, tofu stir-fry, or beef with veggies. If you're not very hungry, even a boiled egg or a spoonful of peanut butter counts. A little bit done consistently makes a difference. 4. Leg strengtheners hidden in your routine. You don't need a workout plan. You need movement that fits naturally into your day. Here are 3 of my favorites. A. Kitchen counter. Calf raises. While waiting for your coffee to brew or reheating soup, place your hands on the counter, lift your heels, and rise onto your toes. Hold for 3 seconds. Lower slowly. Repeat 10 times. This strengthens your calves, improves ankle stability, and helps with balance, all while waiting for the kettle to whistle. B. Couch sit-to-stands. Before you sit down to watch TV, do 5 to 10 slow-controlled sit-to-stands from your couch. No hands if possible. It's one of the most powerful leg exercises for seniors, and you're already at the perfect gym. C. Step and balance. While brushing teeth, stand with one foot slightly in front of the other. Shift your weight back and forth slowly while brushing. Then switch feet. This challenges your balance and trains your stabilizer muscles all in 2 minutes flat. 5. End of day wind down for tired legs. Your legs carry you all day long. Give them a little love at the end of the day. Just 10 minutes can make tomorrow feel better. Try this. Warm foot soak. Use a basin with warm water and a handful of Epsom salt or 2 drops of lavender oil. Massage lotion into your calves and feet. Use long, gentle strokes upward. Feel the tension melt away. Legs up the wall pose. Lay on your bed or floor. Rest your legs vertically up a wall or headboard. Breathe deeply for 5 minutes. This eases swelling, boosts circulation, and calms the nervous system. Even if you can't do all of it, pick one. Your legs will thank you. 6. Weekly balance. Challenge. Balance isn't just about strong legs, it's about active coordination. And the good news is, you can train your balance even in just 2 minutes a day. Here's a challenge to try once a week. Stand behind a chair, lightly touching the back. Lift one foot off the ground and hold for 10 seconds. Switch legs. As you improve, reduce hand support. Work up to doing this while talking, counting, or tossing a small ball. It's not about perfection. It's about keeping your balance reflexes active so they're ready when you need them most. 7. Create a leg-friendly environment. Sometimes strengthening your legs isn't just about what you do with them, it's about removing the obstacles around them. Add nightlights in the hallway and bathroom. Use non-slip mats in the kitchen and shower. Store commonly used items waist-high to reduce bending and reaching. Wear sturdy, supportive shoes even at home. These adjustments aren't signs of weakness. They're signs of wisdom. You're protecting your body so it can serve you better longer. Here's the heart of it all. You don't have to change everything at once. You don't have to become someone new. You just need to choose 1 or 2 simple habits and stick with them. Because health, especially at this stage of life, is about momentum. And when you create small wins, getting up from a chair more easily, walking with less pain, feeling more balanced, it encourages you to keep going. One choice becomes a habit, one habit becomes a routine, and one day you wake up and realize, hey, my legs feel strong again. That's the kind of progress that lasts, and you are absolutely capable of it. So here we are. We've walked through a lot together today. From recognizing that subtle leg weakness is not just a normal part of aging, to uncovering how certain well-meaning vitamins might actually be undermining your strength. From simple nourishing food choices to daily habits that gently rebuild confidence, stability, and vitality. And now I want to leave you with something even more powerful than information. Hope. Because the truth is, this story doesn't end with decline. It doesn't end with limitations or frustration. It doesn't end with your legs giving out or your independence slipping away. In fact, for many people, this is where a whole new chapter begins. A chapter where you stop doing what no longer works. A chapter where you listen more closely to your body and less to generic advice. A chapter where you start to move again, nourish again, believe again. Maybe for the first time in a while, you see a path forward that isn't lined with pills or fear or confusion, but with clarity and control. Because you know now that you're not powerless, you're not too old, you're not too far gone, and most importantly, you are not alone. Every day, thousands of older adults across this country are making the same discovery you've made today, that by changing just a few things, they can feel stronger again, more balanced, more alive. And that strength, it doesn't just live in your legs. It lives in your choices. It lives in your mindset. It lives in the decision to say, I'm not settling. I deserve to move freely. I deserve to feel strong. So let this be your moment. Let this be the day you clean out the supplement drawer and read the labels. Let this be the day you swap out high-dose pills for real, colorful food. Let this be the day you take 5 minutes to stretch, walk, lift your heels, or just breathe. Because when you do, you're not just helping your legs, you're honoring your future. Now, if this talk spoke to you in any way, here's what I'd love for you to do. First, share it with someone you care about. A friend, a neighbor, a family member. You never know who else is silently struggling with leg weakness or balance issues. You might just give them the knowledge that changes everything. Second, leave a comment. Let me know which part resonated most. Was it the vitamin insight, the daily habits, the food swaps? Your story might help someone else feel less alone, and that connection matters. Third, subscribe. Because this isn't a one-time talk, it's an ongoing journey. I'll be here sharing more tips, more encouragement, more real-life health insights, so you can keep moving forward, one strong step at a time. And finally, I want you to take a deep breath and say this out loud. My legs are not my weakness. They are my foundation. And I will care for them one step, one stretch, one smart choice at a time. Say it again tomorrow, and the next day. Let that belief settle deep into your bones. Because this isn't just about vitamins, it's about vitality. This isn't just about preventing falls, it's about standing tall in your life no matter your age. And if you ever forget that, just come back to this talk. Listen again. Start over. You'll always be welcome here. Thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you for investing in your health. And thank you for being the kind of person who's willing to grow, to learn, and to choose strength every single day. I'm proud of you, and I believe in what's ahead. Now, go take that next step.